I've been making music since like I want to say like the summer of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So like roughly like 6 years.
2016. Holy shit. Yeah, I think I got into production around 2017. And, we featured a decent amount of your tracks on the Music Mondays podcast. But man, you have quite the library of music. Let's talk a little bit about some of your favorite songs you've ever been involved in as a producer.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to pull up SoundCloud.
Yeah, pull it up. Pull it up. Absolutely. Please
Oh
do.
man,
Please do.
that I've been a part of, man. There's there's definitely one that I can think of that never got released.
Really?
Yeah, and
Can you speak on
I'm
that?
oh definitely. This is like man, I think it was like I want to say 2017ish. Boy Junior June.
Yep, we reviewed a couple of your
Yes,
collabs on the Music
it
Mondays
was
podcast.
it was a Marilyn Manson "Sweet Dreams" sample that I
Wow.
used, and I remember it because I remember seeing the video of the live song being performed, and it was Junior and Fury, and I don't know where that video went, man, but it is somewhere.
Damn. Damn. So that track never came out, you're saying?
No, the track never did, but I released the instrumental.
Oh, excellent. So that's good. At least somewhat of it actually got out to the public ear.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
some of
Okay.
it did, yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's dope. Now what is your favorite style genre of instrumental to make when you go to cook up a beat and you just want to have fun, you want to make some fucking absolute heat, you want to make a banger? What do you usually sit down and make?
Honestly, like it's changed definitely like over the years. Cause like it used to just be like, just like some sad boy guitar shit
Right, right.
or like just like some sad piano shit. Now I'm making like shit that I haven't like released that you guys have never even heard yet.
Really?
Like I'm making some shit like that, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So that's, you know, I don't really like to define styles, like, because I'm a producer myself, so I don't really like to stick to like one, like I like to make certain types of genres and styles, but like I wouldn't say like I'm a X type of producer, you know what I mean? I do find that
Yeah.
producers kind of box themselves in a little bit, so it was definitely good to hear that you really just, almost evolved your sound as the years went on.
Oh, definitely.
That's
And
awesome.
I think like emotions play like a huge role in it too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was actually just talking about that with Heretic. Actually, I was on the phone with him yesterday, and we were talking about like making heavier types of music, and I related to that because I used to make really really sad instrumentals, and of course, like you just mentioned, it's really like about the motions of life, and like for me, like I don't do vocals, I don't record vocals. I don't have a voice for it, and I mean I'm sure I could if I practiced and shit like that, but I just never really did. Um, but I used my sort of emotions and the way I felt to, put it into my instrumentals. So I definitely relate to that when you say things like, emotions play a part, life plays a part. As you evolve and go through life, I really feel like that's a big thing when it comes to creating.
Oh, for sure. Like a character development
Yes,
almost.
absolutely. Well said. That's, oh my god, absolutely. Holy fuck. Okay, so quick rundown. That was nice. Let's talk about your plans for 2022, the summer, the rest of the year. What do you have planned?
So I have a project that I'm working out coming out in October.
Love
Um,
that. Love that.
Planning to drop it on Halloween.
Now, will this be an all instrumental tape? Are there going to be some vocal features? What's going
As
down?
of as of right now, it's just gonna be an instrumental tape, but I'm
Awesome.
sure I'm gonna reach out to some people
For
to
sure, for
try to
sure.
get them on there.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I think that's great. I think that's great. The last project you dropped was actually so well received, and we reviewed quite a few tracks on the podcast. And man, like, we've reviewed old Kale, we've listened to and reacted to new Kale, and the progression is really, really, really impressive. That's really what I'm like always astonished at. And then you come through with like these placements, like, and these artists and collabs that are just really special, you know what I mean? Like really has like the underground feel to it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It really does, and that's such a rare thing in today's day and age. So that's why I think this first episode of Workshop Wednesday is going to be really special. So I'm going to join your stream, and
Alright.
we'll get right into this. So you're actually working in FL Studio. Have you always worked in FL Studio?
Yes, always in FL Studio.
Awesome.
I learned on FL Studio 12.
Okay, yeah, the classic 12. Yeah, I learned on
It's the
12 as well.
classic
Yep.
pirated version.
Yep, same. Yep. Yep, Pirate's Life, man. You got to, back when you first starting out, man, you really got to. But of course, always buying your software afterwards is always a great thing, because not only is it like morally right, but at the same time, like, you just are able to get so many more features and so much more out of a product like FL Studio or any other DAW. So that's why I do encourage that. You know, if you can't, you can't. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Everybody does. But
Oh yeah.
you know, later on, when you got a little bit of change in your pocket, always invest in yourself, invest in your gear. Always do that. Speaking of gear, Kale, what is your current setup for production?
So it's funny that you ask this. So I've always just used like my mouse and like my keyboard.
Right,
Like
yeah.
just straight up.
Yeah, no, it's
Like
totally not,
even
yeah.
like so like when I used to use the laptop, I used to not even like use like an actual mouse. I just used the mouse pad
Yeah, the trackpad, yep.
and made like beats like that. Like
You know, some people still do that really well, like on the go, you know?
no, yeah, for sure. And I definitely feel like that was like a skill to like have,
It
like
was.
doing it back then, because like like dude, like after like making like a beat, like doing that, my fingers would fucking
Mm,
like ache
yep,
because they're
definitely.
just sitting in one position.
Definitely. Man, holy shit. That's interesting. Yeah, so what are you about to cook up for us today, Kale?
So I'm about to cook up a beat for Heretic.
Really? Okay, let's
Yeah.
go. Excellent. Excellent. So, introduce us to your process. What are your first steps? How do you approach making an instrumental?
So usually my first go-to thing is melody
Right.
or sample. In this case, we're using a sample today.
Excellent.
So we're gonna go down here to the trap metal folder. Heretic vibes all day.
Yep.
We're gonna go to our loops here. I think I skimmed through like most of these. I found like a few that I might use. I'm trying to remember where they are. I think this one was one. Oh yeah. And then that one. But I think we're gonna go with this one.
That one's crazy.
And then we're just gonna adjust her here.
Right.
And for Heretic, I usually like to go to like 90 to like 130 tops.
Interesting. Very interesting. Now,
Go
is
130.
Heretic an artist that you normally usually work with?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Shit, I've been making music with that man since like I want to say late 2017, 2018.
Oh, so like right when you started, like very early on.
Kinda, yeah.
Awesome.
And we're just gonna see how this sounds.
Oh wow.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it does. That sounds great.
All right. And then for the drums, I usually pick hi-hats first. Whoops.
Now, everybody's process for drums is a little bit different, so it's always interesting to see what producers do for their personal, preferences when they create drums.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes I just do it and then I listen to it and see how it sounds.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Or like other idea, like I'll have like an idea in my head or something like that.
Right.
But for this, it's like I'm just trying to figure something out real quick.
Wow. Okay. Holy shit. That one's definitely fire. A little bit of copy paste.
Just a little bit.
A little bit of bam. Yep. Make that nice and easy, man. Now, the thing about FL Studio that a lot of people love is the workflow. The workflow is extremely easy to get used to. Your hotkeys, your key combinations. There's a lot of really good things about FL Studio when it comes to making beats really easily and fast.
Oh, for sure. Like especially like if I don't want to like chop this up by myself, you know, I could just like go here real quick.
Yep, little bit of slice. Yep.
Hold on.
Yep. Caleb knows
just
what's up, man.
control you. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. The key combinations are so clutch, so clutch.
For real.
And everybody prefers what they prefer when it comes to a DAW, but that's one of the positives about FL is the workflow. Super easy, super simple.
Oh, 100%. Like sometimes I can find myself finishing a beat in like 5 minutes, and I'm like, Jesus. Like I need to go outside. All right, now let's see what this sounds like.
Wow. Awesome.
Just do that like that, and then we'll copy paste.
Yep.
Okay. Got that done.
Look at that.
So,
excellent.
Get rid of that. Okay. Snares. Snares.
Now,
okay.
Some people do their 808s first, some people do their 808s last. Do you do it based on what kind of instrumental you're creating? Do you do it based on how you're feeling that day?
It's basically like however I have the flow of the beat going.
Right, definitely.
So there'll be some times where I'll start with the snare.
Yep.
And I'll just throw like a kick.
Definitely, yeah, because like the snare, the little bit of hat pattern, like a little two-step gets the groove going, and you start to get a little bit of a pattern in your head. So definitely interesting.
Oh, for sure. But I already know what snare I'm probably gonna use. Probably heard it in most of my productions for Heretic.
Okay.
Trying to find it where it's at. There it is.
What's it called?
I mean, it goes by a bunch of different names. I've seen the chop snare, you know,
That's good. That's good.
or you know, just the basic trap snare.
Yep. Yep.
Oh man, but yeah, you know, just the basic you know, basic snare pattern,
Yep.
and then we're just gonna listen to it.
Excellent.
Yes. And then I got this other hi-hat here. So for this, I'm going to try something. Just do it right.
Big shout out to everybody tuning in right now in the chat. Random Wednesday, so we always like to make sure we let everybody know that we're live, because now that this is a new series, this will be a more common thing, because I'm sure everybody's like, what the fuck? Why the fuck is Music Mondays live on a Wednesday? Yeah, we're here live and in color, baby. What's up? Shout out Michael, shout out Mark, Phil. What's good, baby? Hope you guys are well.
Man,
Welcome.
Boy. Oh shit. Alright, let's see. Sounded mid.
You sounded mid, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
That's great. A little bit of copy paste.
A little bit of copy paste. You're gonna be seeing a lot of little bit of copy paste.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
That's just the flow of the FL.
Super simple,
Okay.
super easy.
Now it's kick time.
Kick time. Now we get into the meat and potatoes, baby.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
We don't want that kick. We don't want that kick. Now, when it comes to sound selection, do you have a specific kit or a specific folder that you like to draw from, or do you just kind of shop around in your folders?
So like I'll shop around for a little bit.
Mhm.
Like if I don't hear anything I like, I'll just go to a different folder.
All right, for sure.
But for the most part, like kicks in this folder, like for like heavy kicks, like that just sounds fat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I think that's gonna be the one. Okay. Now we're just gonna do this a little bit right here, a little fucking around.
Okay. Look at Kale working. All right.
Okay.
Smooth.
And then I want to do. Okay. Check it out. Okay. We're gonna do a little roll at the end on the 8th bar.
A little bit of velocity there. Ooh, yeah, that's hard. That's hard as a bitch. What the fuck? That's good. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now is 808 time.
Let's go. My favorite personal part of making instrumentals for sure. Actually, maybe like my second. It's up there for one of my personal favorite parts. So this will be good. Yeah, it did.
Nice little subby, a little bassy.
It's probably gonna sound crazy. The classic little envelope adjustment.
Oh yes, always.
Every good FL user knows that. Every good FL user can do that in their sleep. They're like, okay, here we go.
I could do it with my eyes closed.
Yeah, literally. I bet a lot of people could, for sure. For sure. Love that.
So we're probably just gonna copy the kick pattern on it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Super simple, easy little cheat code. Definitely. Makes everything knock.
Paste. We're just gonna hear it real quick.
Wow.
Okay.
What the fuck? Wow. Those slides are crazy.
Get out of the way.
Now this is for sure a Heretic instrumental if I've ever heard one.
Okay. Now for this one, I'm gonna do some of this.
Now, is there a point when you're making an instrumental where you're like, okay, that's enough, I'm done? Do you have to like sometimes pull yourself back from like putting too many sounds in?
Yeah, sometimes.
Definitely, definitely.
Or like there will probably get to a point where I won't have anything else to come up with, and I'll probably just start on something else.
Right, right. Definitely makes sense.
But we're gonna see how this sounds. I think it's gonna sound nice.
Ooh, that is nutty. Holy shit.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh my god. Mm. Alright.
Wow.
Okay. No. Oh my god. Wish I knew what I clicked. I'm going to split them all up now.
Split by pattern.
Okay, there it is. I'm just high.
There you go. Excellent. Now this makes workflow even easier because you can split a pattern up and just have your individual track sounds there.
Oh yeah. And then the one thing I do hate when you do this, it takes your second pattern and it turns into a different number.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. Yep. Now, see, because I have a little bit of a different method there. So I've never ran into that issue, but I could see how that's very easily ran into.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Especially when you're doing it too fast. You're like, oh shit.
Definitely. Now, normally on average, how long does it take you to cook up an instrumental?
Mm, it depends, but like if it's like if I'm really like feeling it, like 10-15 minutes.
Awesome.
Like just like minus the mixing.
Right. Do you hold yourself to like a time limit to where you're like, okay, I've been working on this too long, this is dog shit. Like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If I'm sitting on there for like 30 minutes and it's not progressing at all,
Right.
I'm done.
Yep. Smart. Very smart.
Yes. So now we're gonna do an intro kind of thingy.
So when you're structuring out beats like this, do you have like a process that you normally like to take, or do you just kind of, take it by a case basis?
It kind of varies like case by case, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. Like like the sad stuff that I'd like to make, like I'll do like this like little intro with like Fruity Love filter where it's like fading in and out, like it's oscillating kind of.
Yep.
And like it just sounds crazy.
So different little tactics for different scenarios. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we're gonna do a little intro thingy. So we're gonna do this, create an automation clip. Copy the value. We want that shit even. Drag that hoe down. Alright, now we're just gonna play around with some effects on the sample here. It's gonna go sound crazy now. I gotta go in here for the sauce.
Kale's pulling out the secret weapons, eh?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. You know, nothing crazy.
Now, what is this plugin you're using right here?
So this is Valhalla Supermassive. It's a reverb plugin, and it's free.
And it's free for those of you who are into production.
If you go to this website right here, this is not a sponsorship, by the way.
Not an ad. Hashtag not an ad.
But this thing right here will change your life. All right, so let's see. We honestly just fuck around and click anything. I'm going to go to ambience. Go to small dark room. So I'm gonna play it without it first to show you guys like what it sounds without it. And then this is with. It didn't really do much, but it changed it a little bit. Just made it like more wider.
Yep.
Turn that up a little bit. 30's good. Dude, what the fuck, Michael?
Shout out Michael Jones and Chapman. Kale sucks on avocados for sport. Kale, is this true?
That's a lie.
No, he says a lie. Okay. Send a check.
Like, I like avocados, but not like that.
You know, it's okay if you do, you know? No problem. He just said no.
No. We're done here.
So what is our next step here when it comes to mixing this beat down?
So now I just like go into like EQing. So I'm like EQ the hi-hats first.
Yep.
Since we already did the melody.
Right.
You know, just a little. Fuck. Why does this happen? Why is this happening?
Things you say when producing, like, all the time. Like, every producer has definitely whispered that to themselves. Like, what the fuck? Why is this happening?
What did I just do? Alright, that sounds good. Snare time.
Now,
so for the snare,
do you have an all-time favorite VST as a side question here?
as of lately, yes.
Really? What is that?
We'll get to it when we get to the kick.
Okay, bet. It's a little surprise. All right, so snare.
I just do the little tight drum sizzle on this little fucker. Nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes it. I don't know. It just sounds more crisp to me than
Right.
without it. Here, we'll do a little testy. you know. You know, it's just a slight difference.
Oh yeah, for
Not
sure.
crazy. Sometimes I put reverb on my snares. In this case, we're not doing that. So basically, I just throw EQ and the snare's done. That's good.
Awesome.
Or like, I'll even do like throw one of these guys on here. Where to go? Snare drum enhance.
Nice little preset there.
Yeah, I mean it's basically just like the same thing. Actually, that sounds crispier. I like that.
Yeah, definitely crisp. It's for sure.
All right, now it's kick time. So for this guy, I like to do a little that wrong one. This is a sweet spot. All right. Okay. Now about that plug-in thing you were talking about. This thing.
Whoa! We get the full screen view and everything. Diablo Light. Okay. Check this out.
So this thing. All right. So I'm just gonna hit just random, and then I'm gonna show you what it sounds like without it, and then with it. So just that. Just a little fatter.
Right.
And then I'm pretty sure if I do that to that, it'll be a little tougher.
That's crisp. It was a dope little full screen view. I fuck with that. That was cool. That was cool. That was a little nice insider VST usage with Kale, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Now, is that a paid VST or is that a free VST?
No, it's all free. $3.99.
Ah, not too bad.
So actually, like all of the VSTs that I primarily like have downloaded are all free.
Awesome.
So there's like this one. I'll just go to an empty channel real quick. We got vinyl. Well, vinyl VST, nothing crazy.
That's dope.
It's made by Isotope, so it's a little free little version of that. There's Valhalla. Most of their VSTs are free.
Big shout out Valhalla, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, for real.
Hashtag not ad.
Goats. And then I have a distortion plugin that we are going to try to find something that sounds good on the 808.
Gonna do a little distortion, are we?
Just a little bit.
Let's get it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're just gonna EQ this bitch right quick.
Cool.
I think one time's that sweet spot. We'll just slumber it down a little bit. Okay. Is it limiter, compressor, limiter, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna put a compressor on this bitch real quick too. Okay. Distortion time.
Excellent. Now, a lot of producers have different types of methods for their 808 mixing, their kick mixing. Do you normally mix your 808s and kicks the same way?
So sometimes, but it depends on like what type of 808 or kick
Right.
it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like sometimes like like this 808 EQ won't always work on certain 808s. Like it'll just sound weird. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll sound like off, and I don't like when that happens.
For sure.
So like
So
some like yeah,
definitely like a
so
case
I'll
by case
do that.
basis. Yeah.
Yeah. Or sometimes I just tend to use like the same 808s over and over.
Right.
But then that gets repetitive.
So we have another plugin here, full screen, nice and wonderful. Now, what is this one here?
This one's called Spaz.
Okay.
So you got the Spazoid on the screen here. He likes to follow our little pyramid here. So this is Ace. It's a preset. So like when you click on his chest, it's type 0. So this is like,
well, that's tough.
Click it again. Click it one more time.
Oh, that's tough as fuck.
It just like it distorts it like more and more.
Mm-hmm.
So like that doesn't sound bad, honestly.
Nah, I like that a lot.
That just sounds like shit.
Too distorted.
Yeah, just a little bit. Ooh. But yeah, my only problem with this preset is that most of them just sound way too distorted.
Right.
Like that like what the hell was that?
Doesn't quite hit the sweet spot.
No. I think we're just gonna go with Ace.
Ace was really tough. Yeah.
All right, and now we're just gonna do some just some basic leveling shit real quick, and we're gonna do a little second pattern here too. Keep clicking shit I don't want to.
A little bit of structuring here. Now, when you're making a beat for a specific artist, do you normally have a length in mind?
Yes and no. Like if I'm really like into it, like it could go for like 3 minutes.
Right.
And then I get yelled at like, why'd you send me a 3-minute beat?
What am I supposed to do with 3 minutes,
like,
motherfucker?
Dude, my bad. Like, yo, I was feeling it. My bad.
It's
shit.
good, bro. I can shorten it. That's
like,
funny, man.
All right, so then another little trick we could do here too. Oh God. No.
And now, for those who don't know, what are?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do what I just did.
Yeah. What did you do there, Kale? For those who don't know.
So, when you highlight like your track thing here,
right?
So like when you do this, it'll take all of them so they're highlighted, so they're all copied. And when you right click here, you go to channel routing. Route selected channel starting from this track. So the first track that's highlighted will go in your first channel, and then the rest will just correspond.
Right.
To like whatever, however many instruments you have or whatever.
Right.
And then it'll like even like name the channel like what instrument it is or whatever.
Which is very cool for those who didn't know about that.
Yes.
Very, very cool.
And then what I did accidentally is I forgot I have a different made this unique, so it'll make a copy of it.
Now you have two.
And now, yeah, and then they each have their own channel. But this is the hi-hat channel. Don't get it confused.
Right. So the hi-hat's still there. It's just
Yeah, it's just it just says trap metal loop.
just a little
15.
cover up.
Yeah. All right. So now we're just gonna do some leveling shit. See what's go up down.
Right.
Figure it out. We'll go all around. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit of mixing here and there, you know.
Yeah. This guy I'll put that to -1. Just for starters, for shits and gigs.
Super tough.
All right. So yeah, that sounds all decent right there. So we are going to hop into a different project, if that's chill.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Wait, is that one pretty much done?
Yeah, for right now.
Excellent. Excellent.
I just
Excellent.
can't think of like a second half at the moment.
Right, right.
So instead of just sitting here for like 10 minutes not doing anything, we're just gonna hop into something else here.
For sure.
All right. So I've been working on this thing. I was gonna send it to Obsano, but he cannot open up FLPs. So the idea for this one, like this is what I was talking about, like making shit that I don't normally make.
Right.
So I'm just gonna let you guys hear it real quick.
Damn. Sheesh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So just some like I don't even know what you would even call this.
This is some definitely alternative pop for sure. Holy
Yeah,
shit. Holy shit. Yeah. So, as we close out this first episode of Workshop Wednesday, what is your process behind an instrumental like this?
So honestly, like I don't know, like the vibes, like if I'm like dancing to it,
Mhm.
like I'm trying to get like like you're dancing at like a party or something, like you're just like you're fucked up, you got me.
Oh yeah,
you're
for
chilling,
sure.
and you're just like, damn, this is hitting. Like
This is
I gotta
no,
go on
yeah.
the floor right now.
It's definitely like a very like specific kind of feeling, and then like when you're making an instrumental like this, it's probably one of the more fun instrumentals to make
Oh, for sure, dude.
because it's so like high octane and like such high energy.
It's honestly crazy sometimes. I'm just like, how do I even think of this stuff? Like,
Yep, yep. Sometimes you impress
uh,
yourself.
and then I'm gonna show you this 808 pattern sauce right here. Heart.
Yeah, that is tough.
Little
That is
slideys, you know.
fucking tough. Yeah,
And
because
then it like transitions into this thing. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. So, you know, it's like basic, and then you just
that is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. That is
thank
super
you, man.
tough. Man, so a couple more questions before we sign off here on the very first episode of Workshop Wednesday. Do you have any artists that you would like to work with in the future, whether they're big, small, underground, mainstream?
Yes. So there's so I've always wanted to like make a beat for Big Baby Scumbag.
Wow. Okay.
Like
Okay.
that would just I feel like that would go crazy.
I totally think you could. Without a doubt, you could. For sure.
And then, you know, obviously like, you know, Bones would be sick.
Yep.
Fuck. Deco would be sick as well.
Damn, some good names on here. Okay. Let's go. Kale, man. This is crazy. This is really, really crazy. So we cooked up a beef from scratch right out the oven. That was more of a heretic style. Now, before we sign off, let's play this last instrumental here one more time and let's see how this sounds.
Oh, we in pattern.
Everybody's done that. Ooh. Damn. Okay. That was fucking crazy, man. Two completely different styles, but they're just so like organically Kale, man. That was a pleasure. That was a real pleasure. Um Before we sign off, I want to give you a little spotlight here and tell the people where they can follow you, find you, where they can find your music. Tell us a little bit about Kale.
Oh man. You can find me on Twitter at DatBoyKale. You can follow me on SoundCloud, which I do not have the link in my brain.
It'll
But
be in the
if you
description.
search-
Don't worry.
Be in the
It'll
description.
be in the link in the description on
Tom's
YouTube
got
for
me.
sure.
You
Absolutely.
can follow me on the Instagram as well, which is I'm pulling it up because I don't remember it off the top of my head. It's kale.plant. Don't make fun of me.
Now, that was quite the episode, my friend. Thank you for joining us on our very first episode of Workshop Wednesday. We will for sure be keeping an eye on you, and we will for sure have you again here on Workshop Wednesday. Huge shout out to Kale for coming through, man. Thank you. And huge shout out to everybody who did come through to our very first episode of Workshop Wednesday, man. So,
Man.
without further ado, huge shout out to Kale. Everything will be in the description as far as Kale's socials, Kale's latest music, everything. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Go show Kale some love. And if you're watching on Twitch, shout out to everybody who came through, showed love. Michael, Kale's homies, Mark, anybody else who lurked, chilled. I appreciate it. Kale appreciates it. And if you missed it, don't worry about it. It's going to be on YouTube. Make sure you go check that out. Make sure you follow Kale. It's been your boy Zomslays. It's been your boy Kale. And we're out of here.
Peace out.
Later.